It's time for another episode of watching me get my ass handed to me. Playing against Red Protoss, Kuro. I can't say that. That's too complicated. I'm going to speed this one up too, just because this wasn't that great of a match. My 4v4s, I'm going to start putting up real quick here. Hopefully this will sound a lot better than last time. I changed mic arrangements and things like that. If anyone's interesting, I'm using a Shure SM57 mic, which is typically used for vocals for if you have a band or whatever. So it's a little different sitting in front of this instead of like a lot of people use a Blue Orb or things like that. I'm going to start doing a little more of just watching my vision on these. Because typically I don't do casting, so I think it'd be more beneficial if people want to help, or if they learn things from me, that would be great too. They can see what I'm actually looking at and doing. Hopefully no one gets seasick here. I'm wondering, am I the only one out there that hates using the keyboard in this game? I really don't like it. I guess that comes back to my old Quake 3 arena days. I just don't like the keyboard. If I'm not jumping or moving with it, it's just aggravating. And now my probes are getting their ass handed to them. I have gotten a lot better with scouting, thank God. And I just saw, as I was doing all this, I went to play yesterday, and the new season has started, and I didn't realize the new season was starting. So I've got to place again. And I've been playing a lot of 4v4 because it's a lot more fun. I'm not worried about doing that to get ranked, because 4v4 I just do it to screw around. But I was running in high golds on that before, and then when I went back into place for this season, for some reason, I think I figured it out, I had a graphics card dying in my system, and the system would just randomly crash and reboot without any error codes. The system log wasn't showing anything. It just was showing bad kernel power. So I finally pulled that card, and it looks like it's been stable, but that dropped me down into low silver. So I'm having to work my way back up, and I tell you, it's really different playing in silver than it is playing in gold. All they do in silver is just rush. That's all anyone does. There's no technique, there's no skill. It's just build as much as you can, as fast as you can, and smash the other players. It's not about any kind of mid-game or long game. But I've actually been playing a lot of that as Zerg, because I don't know how anyone rushes with Protoss. I just can't figure it out. Zerg, it's easy. You just get a shitload of lings, and then you rush into the other base. But it's definitely nice playing other races. I won't be doing that on my 1v1s, though, because I do want to get up into Masters as Protoss, because that's my best race. For me, I've played all the races throughout, and I just prefer Protoss. I like the build styles. I like the units. And I'm not big on having to micro a lot of little shits. So I definitely would not be a good Zerg player. There's too much going on there for me. Trying to counter here, because I knew if I pulled back I had no chance. But I think this is kind of obvious where this is going to go. I was kind of hoping that because I've pulled into his base like this, I'll be able to take him out here. I hoped I had enough. I don't think I did, though. Take out most of his probe line here. And of course I'm not building any units as always, which I need to be doing. Got way too many minerals saved up. Getting out an obs. I think that's an obs. No, I'm getting out 2 immortals. I think I had a few too many gates there. It was a little excessive on the gates. But he pretty much comes in here and steams rolls me from what I remember. Because I just didn't have enough units. I had too many gates and not enough units. Even though I damaged his economy, it's just too little too late. It's funny, the only way I've seen Protoss rush is to cheese and do a cannon rush, which I think I'm right there with Idras. I hate rushing. I hate people that do all-in cheese. It just pisses me off. it doesn't show a level of skill. It just shows that's the only way you know how to win, so you just cram in there when the rest of the people actually want to play a decent game that lasts more than 5 minutes. But I lose. What's new? This is nothing new. Why do we expect anything different? I know I suck. That's kind of been affirmed. Got some older games coming up. I'm going to be putting up some Genesis games because I grew up in the Sega Genesis era, not the Master System, but Sega Genesis. So there's going to be some Sonic the Hedgehog coming up. I'm going to be throwing it up hopefully today, but I'm going to try to get it up here in a week or so. Just a lot of stuff coming up. I've got so many videos already recorded that I just need to either cast over or I need to actually post because it takes a little while because I do a lot of work in Adobe Premiere Pro afterwards. But hopefully everyone likes the videos. Subscribe, comment, and like.